Welcome to King of the What Now, a podcast that talks about whatever we want. We hope you enjoy the show, or else.
Podcast.
Hello, fellow Demon Slayers, and welcome to King of the What Now, the one show where we know the only thing more infinite than this castle is Inosuke's stupidity.
Why are you gonna come for my boy like that?
He wasn't born with any brains. He has a rare thing.
He's trying his best.
He is trying his best. He's wonderful.
Wait, is that why he can move his bones around? Because his bones go into space where his brain should be?
His bones and organs around. How does he dislocate how does he snap his shoulders back into place when he dislocates them?
Magic.
Great question, but first, I have to know, who are you?
I'm your host, Joel, and also the reason I'm so good at swords is because first I studied dance. The ultimate breathing technique is popping and locking.
And your sword might look like a ribbon, but it is actually a sword.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And who are you?
And I'm your co-host, Kat. I am the flashiest person to have ever existed. The flashiest podcaster. You can call me the god of podcasts.
I forgot that was his bit. Honestly, it's been so long.
Yeah.
We are joined by two very special guests who will be randomly chosen who gets to talk first, and I choose.
Yay. I'm Elle.
Tell us your favorite non-Demon Slayer anime that you've ever watched.
What I'm watching right now, My Hero Academia.
My Hero is awesome.
I was dying because when he shifted back and Izuku kind of freaked out.
Okay, yeah.
Like, he just looks so annoyed with him.
My Hero did have one of the strongest opening episodes, I think, of any of the shonen anime.
Mm-hmm.
And also joining us...
Hi, I'm Liv.
Okay, what's your favorite non-Demon Slayer anime?
I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay, yeah. So who's your favorite?
Gojo so far because I like the point where he's fighting Sukuna and he's just talking about a treat he got.
Yeah.
The cream makes it really tasty.
They know how to draw attractive men on that show. Gojo is amazing.
Yes, they do. And a comment on the sword thing. I can do that, except I use flags. And we compete, and we're doing good.
Fantastic.
Okay, wonderful.
So, those of you listening at home may have noticed, usually there's 2 of us, but today there are 4 of us. These are our nieces. They like Demon Slayer very much, and we took them to see Infinity Castle Part 1 and told them they could come on the podcast and talk about it with us. So that is what we're doing today.
Absolutely. Sometimes we talk about things that we've been watching, reading, listening to. I think we just covered that. I think Elle and Liv got that perfectly. I need to play a game really quick. It has to be the first thing we do. And Captain, you know how the game works, right?
Yeah.
You're going to ask me a question, and I'm going to be the one who has to answer it.
Yeah, so Joel, off the top of your head, without any help from the 3 of us, how many characters can you name from this show?
From Demon Slayer. Okay, hang on, wait. So, Tanjiro is the main character.
Good job.
He has a dad, and there's 3 of those dads. There's 3 men who look exactly like his dad, okay? One's his dad, one's an old guy who used to be his dad, and one is a samurai with 6 eyes, okay?
Okay, we're on board.
Zenitsu, he's a little blonde boy. And then we have Inosuke, who's best character. And we have, Nekomaru is the sister. Nezuko is the sister.
I knew you could get there.
There's Gunboy, and there's a girl who flips a coin. Okay, those are their names. Gunboy, Coin Girl. Okay. There are how many Hashiras? 9?
Yeah.
Rengoku, the fire guy. He's awesome. I want to kiss him all over his face. There's the first girl who is the typical anime girl. You know what I'm describing, right? She has the whip for a sword, bouncy in certain aspects.
I think we actually meet the other one first.
Girl 1 is the one that I like, and then girl 2, there's a quiet girl who hates people. She likes butterflies.
She wishes she was tall. I said no help.
There's a blind guy. His name actually starts with the letter G. I have no idea. There is Naruto. He's awesome. He has 3 wives. Naruto with the Riz. That's 5. Hang on. There's a twink boy. His name is either Mui or Gooey, and he has memory problems. There's Snake Man, Orochimaru. Obviously, that's his name. Oh, no, there's only 2 more. Oh, no, hang on, wait. Goya Bean is the water guy. And then there's Big Angry Ted. That's his name.
heads.
And then, hang on, I know Muzan's name. Okay, Muzan is the Michael Jackson guy.
Yes.
And then there's 6/7 upper moons /8 upper moons. There's girl and brother. And then there's emotions. And there's Billy in a jar.
Do you know any of these names?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Someone said the name Yukimaru like yesterday, and I think that's the brother. And then someone said Daki earlier, and I think that's the sister. Could I name those off the top of my head? No. Punchy Boy, Sayaka, the world's ultimate pop star. That's what he is. And then there's Doma, whose name I only know because of Liv. Constantly just following around going, Doma's the one who looks like a mushroom. Oh! And then there's Six-Eyed Samurai Man who doesn't have a name. He's just Tanjiro's dad. Evil Tanjiro's dad. He has like a mustache. He's from the Mirrorverse. Perfect score!
Good job.
I need to
What
name
about
all of
the
them.
lower moons?
Nobody cares about them. 5 of them just get wiped out instantly. The author went, these 6 people that I built up, 5 of them are now dead. Don't even worry about it. We're moving on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like you did a pretty good job. You got the important notes, except you missed Tengen, who's the best.
Yeah, I guess he's there. Who else were we forgetting?
I feel like you could have called Punchy Boy a basketball since he looks exactly like one.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
Liv looked like she was dying the whole time you were talking, by the way. Like, her skin was just gonna fall off.
Yeah. This is not a bit, I actually don't know character names. So when we start talking about the movie, when these 3 start saying like, oh yeah, that part where Muzuko is doing a flip, I have no idea who Muzuko is. Stop making up names. Call them by their Christian names. Gunboy, Big Angry Ted, and
I'm not gonna remember your
Samurai.
made-up names for them. I can't even remember Fancy Naruto, and that's my favorite.
I already forgot half of them.
Good. So now, I guess I'm sorry to commandeer this, but let's start with Catherine. And why don't you tell us who your favorite of the main, normies are, which would be, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, the people whose names I actually know. Who's your favorite Hashira, and who's your favorite of the demon boys? And the one demon girl.
Well, my favorite of the demons is the Biwa player, and you didn't include her.
She's fine. She exists.
There's always this moment where there's like a dramatic whang, and it zooms in on her face, and that's cool. I like that part.
Really quick. Okay, so whenever a show says, here are the 7 warlords, here's the 10 demon kings, here's the 19 princesses of heart, I don't like it when they then introduce a second group and they're like, these are the new 10 evil warlords. So the Biwa player doesn't count because she wasn't the upper moon when the show started.
Okay, fine.
I understand that.
Akaza is my favorite.
Is your favorite? Yeah.
Of the upper moon.
Punchy Boy.
Yes.
Okay.
Favorite or basketball?
Yeah, Mr. Basketball Punchy Boy.
Don't punch basketballs. That's painful. Favorite Hashira is Tengen.
Right.
I would be his wife.
You would be number 4, or you would replace one of the other 3?
She would replace Son Goku.
The other 3 don't get to exist.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'd jump in there as number 4.
You're going to be Queen of the Wives! Queen of the what now?
Yes.
And then favorite of our main crew is really hard for me to pick because it depends on who's in front of me. Mm-hmm. And they are all so good. But probably Zenitsu because he's flawless. Zenitsu has never done anything wrong, Joel. Zenitsu has never done anything wrong, Joel.
Where I come from, there's consequences when women lie.
All right, Elle, how about you?
Okay. Favorite demon. Akaza. Because, okay, Liv's gonna be the death player. Because he respects his opponents.
And women.
Yeah, he respects women too. Whereas Doma could not care less. He mostly goes after women. He's like, nah, they can just, goodbye. Oh my god.
I get the impression that Akaza worked for his position, whereas Doma just, was naturally blessed, and, that's fine. We all know a couple of Nepo babies in our lives.
Yeah, and Doma found it, entertaining, whereas Akaza didn't get a choice, and Muzan was like, hey, we're just gonna wipe your memory, goodbye. Favorite of the main 3?
So when I said the main cast, what I meant was all of the people who are rising up in the ranks, right? So Tanjiro, Nezuko, Zenitsu, Inosuke, Coin Flip Girl, and Gunboy. All 6 of those are the normies.
Ginya and Kanao.
You know her name.
Yes,
Incredible.
yes. Genya and
She
Kanao. I
cosplayed
cosplayed as Kanao for the Infinity Castle movie.
I cosplay as the one who ate her sister.
Yum yum.
I actually want to come back to that like later on. But my favorite of those ones is likely either Inosuke because he's insane, or
Zenitsu, Nezuko,
Kanao.
Gunboy. Okay, now.
Kanao.
Okay, yeah.
I do feel like you're more likely to act like Inosuke than Kanao. You could be raised on the mountains and walk around in a boar head.
I mean, if I've been very sleep deprived as I am right now, because I don't sleep much, if at all, but if I do, I will either be Kanao and not speak to anybody, or I'll be a Inosuke and I'll go insane.
Amazing.
And then my favorite Hashira, Muichiro.
Why?
That's he's awesome, and he.
You can start that sentence over if you want, or you can say, yes, I want to eat his bread rolls, or whatever the kids say these days.
What an odd thing to say!
Why would you call them bread rolls? There's only one thing you do with bread
You also put butter on them.
in order to eat them.
We just call them that because that's what they look like.
Okay.
What about you, Olivia?
Wait, no, hang on. Demon. Okay, you did name all of them. Sorry.
My favorite of the normies. Nezuko technically isn't a normie though. She's like a demon.
not.
I'm saying she's grouped with these people as a separate group from the Hashira and the demon.
Like she fights with Tundra.
Yeah. I'd say Nezuko's my favorite. She has some of the most trauma out of them, along with Genya.
Yeah.
Do you like characters that have trauma?
Yeah, just,
Something we really
just look at Rengoku.
You will fit right in on this podcast.
Yay! My favorite demon is Kokushibo. He just sits there, and when he gets angry, it's very funny.
The is a Kobushi.
Okay,
That's the
Kokushibo-
samurai who's Tanjiro's dad.
He's
Oh, the Six Eye Samurai. Yeah.
Samurai, yes. He's the dice. We call him Dice Demon.
Okay. Oh, because six? Like
Yes,
six eyes?
Six eyes, so they're
Yeah.
dice.
That's
Anyways,
boy.
continue.
And my favorite Hashira is Rengoku. I really, really like donuts. They're very tasty.
I have another fandom to introduce you to where that joke will be a huge hit. Also fire-based for some reason. Alright, so let's go. If you know anything about me, you know that my favorite's going to be Inosuke, because Shadow's my favorite Sonic character, and Vegeta's my favorite Dragon Ball Z character, and Bakugo's my favorite My Hero Academia character. There's a type here.
I can't believe you thought you could steal Shadow and Vegeta from me. Although Raditz is my favorite Dragon Ball Z character. So
Rest in peace, Raditz.
He's dead now.
And then... No, hang on. What was it? That was the main character. And my favorite Hashira is obviously Rengoku, because do you know who wrote Demon Slayer? Do you know their name? Kubo is Bleach.
Sure, I'm able to look it up.
We're very professional on this podcast.
Yes, we are.
We definitely don't Google
I don't know, we
anything
just-
here.
not Googling things is the hallmark of a true professional.
Googling it before you're on mic.
I feel
is
like
good.
I'm going to mispronounce it.
Here, let me see. Koyoharu Gotoge.
We're sorry if we pronounced that wrong.
Hang on. Gotoge, I think. Okay, I'm gonna say Gotoge, and if I'm wrong, it's on me. I'm the one who screwed it up. But I feel like Gotoge gave us Rengoku and said, look at this boy, isn't he your favorite? Like, there was a special emphasis placed on him. He got his own movie. He's just cool. I love him.
I feel like we were being teased like that, though, because, like, look at your obviously favorite character and now suffer.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And like, he was as a brother to all of them. Like, I feel like that was that was the best part in the show where they all felt like hope, where everything was going great. Like, oh my gosh, we did it. We almost died, but we did it. But then no, Axa comes and makes Rengoku a donut.
Yeah.
Not a brother to everyone. He was a brother to everyone except Tengen, to whom he was a husband.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait, hang on. Earlier when I named characters, and I said Flashy Naruto, you said I forgot Tengen. I thought you were talking about the masked guy.
What's
Haga Nezuko?
do you mean
Haga Nezuko?
The guy who...
Urokudaki?
The one who is taking care of Nezuko in Infinity
Yes. Oh,
Castle.
that's
Yeah.
yes, the
And I remembered Tengen. He's the Flashy Naruto. Anyways,
Yes.
sorry.
It's okay. But if it was possible, I feel like when he would have come back, it would have been Tengen and his 3 wives and husband.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like if Rengoku made it to the Infinity Castle, then I feel like he would try to become friends with all the demons. Then it's like, hey, come meet my friends, the Hashira. And then he would make the Hashira kill them.
Give them bento.
I just saw I just had a That's So Raven memory flash, insight. You see a bunch of people fighting. Chandra is fighting. Giyu, I think is his actual name, is fighting. Everyone's fighting. And then it just flashes over to Rengoku, and he's opened a stall. And the demons are just lined up. He's like, come get...
is in.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. And then favorite demon is Punchy Boy. He has the exact same personality that I look for in characters. He's not like a weird... Like, the pot guy was kind of like a weird pervert, right? Like, he was messed up in the head. I don't like really messed up in the head characters. Yeah. Same reason why I don't like your boy Doma, because, like, he's creepy. He's supposed to be creepy.
Okay, so Bestie, I know that you like Gyutaro, but you consistently dress up as Doma, and you talk about Doma more than anyone else, so it kind of feels like you do, in fact,
Wait,
like
I have a
Doma.
theory. I think that special guest on the show, Liv, likes edgy jokes. And Doma is a vessel through which you can deliver more edgy jokes.
That's true, yeah.
I can get him to tell the upper moons my jokes for me.
Okay, wait. Doma, Yuji Itadori shaking hands. This guy has so many fingers in him. Wait, are you gonna tell me I'm wrong? He absorbed Butterfly Girl.
Wait,
He came down in a bubble, dog.
I can see it.
Don't worry.
Anyways, that's the intro where we talk about our favorite characters.
Fantastic. So we are going to review Infinity Castle Part 1.
I have one more question. I'm so sorry.
Oh, hit it up.
And we can make this kind of brief. We're going to mix it up. I'm going to ask Liv first. Liv, what would you say is the thing you like best about Demon Slayer? And if you like 8 things, you can just pick one of them randomly.
I like the fact that they will give us some really good characters, but I hate the fact that they're like, oh, you really like them? Now we're gonna either even more severely traumatize them or just kill them.
Yeah, and that's good storytelling. I actually like that there's death in this series. One Piece famously does not kill characters, and it's like, come on, man.
You do not ever want to watch Chainsaw Man. That's why I had to stop reading Chainsaw Man, was because the give us a good character and then immediately kill them got to be too much.
Yeah.
I feel
wounded.
like I would suffer too much for that. But, new thing, Chainsaw Man, the intro, I love it.
It's great.
It does
so
slap.
good. Except I can't find it on Apple Music on Apple Music. Like they don't sing the original lyrics,
Oh,
and
I
it's
see.
like, you gotta be kidding me. And I have to do YouTube and ads because I refuse to pay.
Now, Catherine, say the line, Cat. We were just talking about Chainsaw Man, and this episode is a Demon Slayer episode. Say the line. But this is not a Chainsaw Man episode. How do you do? Why? That was the easiest layup I could have given you, and you head planted into the bleachers, girl.
Dog, I was up until like midnight, and then I ran 6 miles.
You were up until midnight writing fan fiction about a certain ninja man.
Here I am, 3 a.m. sleeper.
Okay. Elle, what is your favorite, first off, how did you catch the Kira killer? Secondly, that's a joke that only Catherine gets, but secondly, what's your favorite thing about Demon Slayer?
I like a lot of things about. Oh my gosh. I like a lot of things about Demon Slayer, but one of the things I love is that they don't hold back on stuff.
Okay.
Like, obviously they keep, like, certain things, but when it's, like, going into, like, backstories or trauma, or just character development, they do not hold back. Muichiro's flashback?
Yep.
Are you kidding? What?
Absolutely.
What? That's insane. And like when you look on, like with Rengoku, Tengen, Shinobu wasn't too bad, but Shinobu, Kanao, like so much stuff. It's
if there was some way to translate the wild gesticulation that Liv is doing, you would all be laughing right now.
I don't like it butted. Shinobu's backstory is sad. Why would you say that?
It is sad.
It's not as traumatic, though.
Her whole family got slaughtered by demons.
Everybody's family got slaughtered by
She
demons.
was there, only her sister lived. Then her older sister got murdered by a demon, and then the demon just left her there to die.
She then went and married.
And
Who would marry that guy?
I hate that ship so much. But
Which ship?
There's a
Doma
bunch of
Shinobu
shit,
ship.
but there's
Who in Shinobu?
Doma and
Ice Boy.
Mushroom Man.
Oh.
Ice Boy.
I hate that one so
Enemies
much.
to lovers, I guess.
Oh,
And to love is to consume.
My voice cracked.
Or to consume is to love. I can't remember which
To
one.
love is to consume.
But look, Mushiro was holding on to his brother's hands as his body was slowly I'm not gonna say it, but Demon Slayer fans know, so I'm just not gonna.
You're
say
allowed to
that.
say it.
I don't care.
Why?
Also, yeah, I was about to say, consider that Big Angry Ted, lost his family sitting next to his brother. So I think, in a certain sense, Shinobu, if that's her name, actually, she suffered the least because she only happened upon the scene of murder.
Yeah.
Rather than being a part of the murder that was happening.
Yeah, and
It's still sad. Everyone on this show is sad except for Inosuke because he's perfect. But
Inosuke didn't have he never knew his mom. He didn't know
Exactly,
what that
right?
said. He didn't really have anything to miss or remember, which I think is still sad. But
I think our special guests are about to throw hands with each other. Let's go live to the carnage.
Tanjiro is their Steve of the group. Steve Harrington from Stranger Things. He is their Steve. He adopts them all.
But this is not
not
a Stranger Things episode.
Sadly
I knew the
not.
line.
There you go. You
Tengen.
figured it
It's
out.
Tengen.
No.
Also, I have no idea what a Stranger Things is, and
You
at this
would
point,
be.
I'm too afraid to ask.
You thought Liv liked Demon Slayer nowhere near as much as Liv loves Stranger Things.
I see, of course.
If Liv could become an Eggo waffle and get transported to the Stranger Things universe to be consumed, she would.
Okay, fantastic.
Oh,
Catherine, getting back on track, what would you say are your favorite thing about Demon Slayer?
Tanjiro is a good boy.
If you can hear the dogs fighting, the dogs are currently fighting.
I guess it's WrestleMania now. But yes, Tanjiro is a good boy, and
Does he rank high among the good boys, compared to Midoriya and Luffy or something?
oh yeah, no. When I imagine characters who would tell me not to give up and keep fighting God,
Right.
Tanjiro's top of the list.
Okay, yeah.
He holds the same place in my heart as my boy from Danganronpa, Makoto.
Okay, I was about to say, not
Nagito.
not
Nagito holds a very special place.
Who's at the bottom of that list?
at the bottom of that
Yeah, who's
list.
at the bottom?
The worst good boy is probably Bakugo.
I mean, I'm talking about Demon Slayer characters.
Oh. Well, they're all good boys.
Except for Zenitsu.
Doma.
Zenitsu has never done anything wrong, Joel.
Zenitsu is too scared to do anything wrong.
Okay, yeah.
Here's the thing. Okay, we want to make this a Zenitsu
Wait, hang on,
podcast?
really quick. Zenitsu, I've never done anything to get the cops mad at me because I'm terrified of cops.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to hold on turning this into a Zenitsu podcast because Zenitsu got some good screen time in this movie, and I will talk about it then. But Zenitsu is the best, and I am very tempted to put a video essay on our channel explaining why, because Joel doesn't get it.
And that sounds great.
I can't. Okay, so my brain is a colander, as we've described. I liked Demon Slayer. I liked watching every episode when we were catching up on it. I don't remember what grabbed me about it specifically.
Bright colors.
The animation, I think, was what kind of kept me interested, but I couldn't tell you, a character that I was like, hell yeah, I need more, Inosuke, I guess. But yeah, the animation is pretty good, and in the movie especially, the music is great. So I think
We started watching Demon Slayer because of friend of the podcast, Dev, right?
Yes?
Yeah,
maybe?
we finished with JJK, which was after them bullying us relentlessly. And then
Right.
they went, now that you finished that, I have for you Demon Slayer.
Look, another connection with the fingers inside of characters thing.
Okay,
I'm going to have to ask you to stop making that.
There is a line in JJK that Yuji Itadori has 10 fingers inside of him right now. At least 10 fingers.
okay.
That's canon.
That is canon, but these are children, sir.
Who, Tanjiro? I get you.
Well, yes,
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro is a child.
Tanjiro.
But yeah, I don't know. I do remember when we were watching Demon Slayer that I was much more like, we have to keep watching this than you were. And you were like, I don't know what it is that, hits different about this for me than, say, One Piece. But I think something Demon Slayer has going for it, as opposed to other shonen, is I really like the pacing and power scaling.
Yes.
I don't feel like they ever go Dragon Ball Z with, and then he fights God, and then he fights even stronger God.
Yeah, well, and I mentioned this earlier about the lower moons, right? I already forgot the mangaka's name, but they introduced 12 characters, and then they decided that 12 is too many and just killed 5 of them. Like, we don't have time for this, we're skipping to the upper moons, because that's the interesting part. So yes, the pacing is very good. Now, Catherine, I'm going to let you become the host of the show. I'm taking off the crown, putting it on your head.
King of the what now?
Yes. So you get to lead the discussion.
Okay, absolutely. Did you have a thought, Miss Liv?
I have a question.
Okay.
What do you guys think is the best intro out of the seasons of Demon Slayer?
Da 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 da.
That's the entertainment district, right?
Yeah, that's Zanko, I think.
That's Flash Naruto season.
I love
Yeah, no, I know the entertainment district is when you have 3 wives and cross-dressing and stuff, but...
They deserve
that was good. I loved the entertainment district intro. That I forgot if that was season 3. I loved season 3's intro, but season 4 was also Swordsmith Village. That one I also really liked, but I prefer season 3. That one was really good.
I can't remember a single thing about any of the intros. Like, I'm serious. I've forgotten everything about Demon Slayer except that Zenitsu goes to sleep and Tanjiro has a scar on his head that actually is a fire symbol that... Anyways.
You liked season 3's intro the best. Liv, you also liked season 3's intro the best, didn't you?
I also like season 2's intro because I like the part where it shows Lower Moon 1 Edmu. I don't know how to say his name, but it's right past the window. But it looked in that one position where he stretches his arms out. It looks like Elsa when she's making the castle. It's like at least 3 of the characters are knockoff Elsas. Mushroom Man, Punchy Guy, and Sleep Train Guy.
I have a question for you really quick,
Yes.
Liv.
Train Guy was also Hand Guy, right? Didn't he have like a thing with hands? I swear he did, right?
Yeah, he had
He could unattach his hand and
He could talk and stuff. Yeah.
I had a question. Joel and I were fighting over this last night, and I knew you would be able to tell me the answer.
Yes, what is it?
The lower moons and the upper moons ranks. 6 is the weakest, and 1 is the strongest?
Yes.
Okay, that's what Joel said.
Okay. Yes, 6 is the weakest, 1 is the strongest. Gyutaro and Daki should be ranked higher. They should be at least lower moon 5, at least.
Why?
Because upper 5, my bad. Upper 5, Gyoko was, Pot Guy, was literally killed by a 14-year-old, yet Daki and Gyutaro took Ahashira and 3 Demon Slayers to be defeated, and a super demon.
Yeah, like, and she has Muzan's blood directly, and they were struggling against Gyutaro and Daki, which I 100% agree with. That they should have and should be ranked higher.
Yeah,
What if Gyutaro just hid Daki somewhere, just like buried her in cement that he couldn't die? Just like take her head
and just bury it?
Yeah, no, it's like take her, put it into like a little oil canister, cover it, seal it with like the iron, and then bury it in cement. He can never die now.
Okay.
He can just like reattach his own head. He climbs the ranks.
So they showed us a lot of their backstory and like why they're doing this. Do you think that he was justified in like hating everyone and becoming a demon, or do you think that he like should have gotten over it and just like tried his best?
He had the rights to, because he became a demon to protect Ume, aka Daki. So he did that for him and his sister's sake. So he had the rights to do that, and he couldn't have just gone past his sister getting burned like a piece of fried chicken. And he had all the rights to. He did not need to forgive them.
Yeah.
And they found her like in the wrong when she defended herself from a man who tried to do something that should not happen to a child. Mm-hmm. Or however old if you don't want to, and then they burned her for it. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so
flame breathing, first flame.
I don't care if it's in the 1900s, no.
I was gonna say, the era that this show takes place in, women were essentially property in Japan, so they didn't have a lot of rights if they weren't married, and then they only had as many rights as their husband wanted to give them and as his social rank allowed. So like a woman who married someone really high in status, like the emperor or something, would have more power than other women, but still like not as much power as a man.
Flame breathing, first form, unknowing fire. What if she married a Hashira? Because the government doesn't know Hashiras.
Yeah, the government
exist.
doesn't recognize them.
So what rank would they be?
I don't think that would give you any social status.
Yes, but would you still be at the bottom, or would you be at the top, or like the middle because your husband's very strong?
Again, I don't think that would give you social.
I think you'd be outside of like social rank at that point.
But Tengen's wives, they were like super high rank. They went to like the upper part of the entertainment district, but their husband was a demon slayer. So what happens if you marry like?
Well, and I think that part of why Tengen's wives were successful is because they were, like, beautiful and good at what they did. So they used some of their own strength to get more status in the entertainment district.
Tengen, all he needs to do is just like, oh wait, you don't think I'm pretty? Takes hair down, bam. I don't like Tengen with his hair down. He looks better with his hair up. I don't like it.
Okay, hair up, Tengen is good. Like, I love it. But hair down. That is non-negotiable. No, that's non-negotiable.
I don't like it.
I love it way better.
I leave for 5 minutes and I come back. Are we debating best husbando right now?
We are not debating best husband. We were talking about how Gyutaro and Daki should be higher ranked than they were, because that's Liv's hot take.
Okay.
And that somehow turned into a discussion of like the role of women in historical Japan
Fair
and
enough.
what it is that gives women status.
Well, and the love Hashira talks into that as well. You know, because Japanese femininity is supposed to be about cuteness, and she's sexy instead, and they're
she's
supposed to
too
be
strong.
demure, and she's
strong as hell, and she like, and I love her, but the pink green hair, like people like find that.
Here's my take. Daki is holding brother back.
Yes.
He could be higher in the ranks, but because Tanjiro could beat her without any training, I don't know. I felt like that's what was happening, is that together their average at about a 6.
I remember he actually said
I
that.
said that he should bury her somewhere hidden so that he can never die.
I have a great game for
okay.
you. It's called Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. Or wait, no, hang on. Was that? Oh no, which game was that? I think it's actually the original Paper Mario that has the character I'm thinking of.
I remember. I'm pretty sure Gyutaro said that near the end when they had lost and like their heads had like rolled together. Like I think he had actually said that how she had held him back and all this stuff. How she could have done better.
Yeah.
But in the end, they both loved each other and he cared for her. And
they went to hell together.
They went to hell
that
together.
was so beautiful.
Oh
I
my
cried.
god, that was so sweet. Like
she was allowed to go to heaven because she never said yes to becoming a demon.
she did not.
Because Gyutaro said yes for her.
Yeah.
Hey, can you come here and say yes to this deal for me? I will go to heaven.
She did not have a choice, but in the end she did choose to go to the depths with her brother and I cried when she was begging him and to keep the promise that they made, and it was so sweet.
Excellent.
I don't care if they're demons.
Gyutaro is finer than Tengen.
Beg pardon?
Gyutaro is finer than Tengen.
My friend, I find your taste in men questionable.
As do I.
Explain yourself.
Also, if you don't know what Gyutaro looks like, or you just forgotten, look him up.
He does have skinny queen hip bones.
He does.
And collarbones. He is a queen.
He is bones.
Is that like what you think is attractive?
No. I like how he's only nice to the people he cares about. If he pokes me wrong, you're gonna die now, bud.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Tengen is nice to his wives, but he's also nice to people who prove themselves. Like, he's okay
He's
to
just nice to everyone, I think.
Not initially. He spanked
yeah.
the butterfly girls on the butt.
Yeah, I don't.
He threw one off the roof
I don't
and then
wanna
spanked the other one like a drum demon.
I don't want to date someone who throws children off roofs and like slaps their asses.
No.
Did they die though? But did they die? Okay.
But would I die? That's the question.
Let's get back on track.
Yeah. I
don't want
Miss Host, the new host of the show. I believe that you wanted to talk about something specific.
The host with the toast. Yeah, so we were going to review the movie. So typically, when we do a review, we do what we call a succinct summary, which is tell us what this thing was about.
Succinctly.
As short as possible. So
Okay.
like 3 to 4 sentences. So I'm gonna let Liv take it.
I can do it.
Liv is buzzing in.
I will see if I can do it less. I'll see who can do it the least.
Summarize the movie for us.
The Hashira get sent to the Infinity Castle while they're fighting Muzan, and they have to try to defeat the demons on their way to get to Muzan. Yet Shinobu dies during the movie, and Zenitsu beats Upper Rank 6. And so they're on their way to Muzan because Tamayo poisoned him.
Wait, we could have said that he was our favorite Upper Moon as well.
Who?
The lightning boy.
He should be lower in the ranks. He does not deserve
He
that
got
rank.
defeated
No
way
one
too
likes him.
No. Muzan's running out of qualified people. So he's like, I guess you're the closest to number 6.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
That's how weak are those demons.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it like, is being attractive a quality becoming upper rank? Because if so, then how is Gyoko up there?
Okay.
Well, he's a good artist.
Yeah.
And
he almost drowned Twink Boy.
Women, you can't say that. You're not a member of the gay community. You can't just walk around calling people twinks.
What if that's what he is, though?
Does
what
he
if at the very...
self-identify?
Do you want to call someone whose name that we shall not know name?
Are we talking about Voldemort?
No.
J.K. Rowling? What's going on here? Whose name that we shan't speak? I see,
I was
okay.
talking about him, but that works too.
But anyway, so that was a good succinct summary. Is that your whole succinct summary?
Yes.
Elle, do you want to take a crack at it? Do you feel like she missed anything important?
Yes. They get sent to the Infinity Castle. They all get separated, and they all have to try and find their way back to the center to defeat Muzan, but also trying to fight their demons and upper moons along the way.
They're demons.
Trying
I
to
thought they were
survive.
Muzan's demons.
What? Ha ha ha.
There are 3 fights that matter in this movie. The fight against Akaza, the fight against Doma,
I forgot about that.
and the fight against, what's his name? Lightning Boy.
Yeah,
Kaigaku.
Lightning Boy.
Rengoku.
Kaigaku?
Why was that?
Die, Kaigaku, die.
Die.
And then also don't forget that we get an extended backstory scene for Akaza, and that
And
generally changes the tone of the movie.
don't we get one for Mushroom Boy as well?
We get like 5 minutes of him, but we get like half an hour of Akaza. I hated that part of the movie.
Sorry.
Kid Doma's adorable.
I feel like a lot of it was focused on Akaza's backstory and like the fight, which I didn't mind. I loved learning about Akaza, but a lot of it was focused on that fight, and I kind of forgot what part of the movie was about. Which
I forgot completely about the Akaza fight, so I didn't say that in my summary.
You're good. Yeah, do you remember when we went to see the first Dune movie and there were like 4 different times where we went, oh, the movie's over, and then the movie just kept going?
I don't remember that distinctly, but there are movies like that, yes.
There was a little bit of that in this movie. And then when it did actually end, I was like, that's the end of the movie?
Yeah. But
So usually, after we do the succinct summary, we go around and we say, did you like this movie? And I'm going to start with Joel, because I think he's going to be the least positive of the 4 of us.
this movie was awesome. You just cut out the stuff with Akaza or make it a 5-minute thing the way you did with Doma. Great movie. Also needs more Inosuke, obviously.
There
See-
was no Inosuke in the movie.
No, he didn't really get to do anything, but that's the problem with splitting up the party, right? Next movie might have Inosuke but no Zenitsu, and then
There's
the movie
gonna
after
be-
that. Yeah.
A Inosuke, but I can't say why because
Yeah.
spoilers.
Yeah.
I think this movie should have been an anime, but we can get to that in a minute.
It was animated, it wasn't live action.
You know what I mean.
It should have been a
Go
season.
eat a fart, sir. It should have been a season of anime. It should have been broadcast weekly. Liv, did you like this movie?
I liked it, but I feel like similar to Jules, but different. I feel like we should have had more backstory with Doma because it felt kind of like rushed. And I feel like we could have found. I feel like we could have found out like why Akaza got patterns on his face.
Okay, yeah.
I
Yeah,
want to
'cause
know
they're-
why because he had some on his arms from when he was human, but then some just like spawned on his face.
I have a theory about that, actually. I think that... So the original ones on his arms were from committing crimes, right? So when he leaned into being a demon, I think he gave those to himself to be like, I'm lawless, look at me. Like he wanted everyone to see that he was a criminal.
I'm a basketball.
for about the Doma backstory, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get. I think I'm hoping we'll find out more about it in the second movie. Hopefully,
he's not dead yet.
He's
right?
not dead because they didn't really dive into his completely until near the end of his death or near end of his death.
Well, and that's when we seem to get backstory for all of the important demons, right? Is as they're being defeated. Yeah. And I think that the reason they do that is because Tanjiro consistently is one of the only people who has empathy for these guys and is like, their lives must have been very hard. And so this is the moment at the end of the fight where they show you, like, yeah, Tanjiro's right to have empathy, even though he still needed to beat them. Go ahead, Liv.
Tanjiro uses therapy breathing.
He really does. Well, in some series, like I believe in Lord of the Rings, the evil monsters are just evil. Like, they're just born evil and they will be evil for the rest of their lives. But in Demon Slayer, the demons are people who gave in to whichever vice controls them, and so when they're finally dying is when they finally reconnect with their humanity, and that's why Akaza had to be the one to kill himself.
Akaza's vice was loving his wife too hard. Are you saying being a simp is a sin?
Yes, being a simp is a sin. No, being a simp isn't a sin, but killing 50 dudes in anger is.
I would do that.
Zenitsu is going down then if being a simp is a sin.
Yeah,
He's an ultimate simp. He uses simp breathing. And also... Do you need a minute?
No, I'm good. Go ahead.
I'm confused. If this is the Infinity Castle where demons live, how did sunlight get in there? Because remember in the movie, Akaza walked over to sunlight?
You're right.
Why did that get there? They fell for a while.
I think that was metaphorical.
Yeah.
I don't think it was textual.
Muddy burn.
Because
so in the Cosmere, there is a sense of identity, and then therefore... Sorry, you go
But this is not a Cosmere episode. Yeah, no, so I think, we know that the swords have special sunlight magic. That's why the swords can kill demons.
But that did not work, remember?
It didn't work because he was so strong, but he'd already received the killing blow. He just hadn't accepted it. So him walking into the light, I don't think the light was actually there. I think that was a symbol of him accepting death.
Or him wanting to finish it, which this, of it's like, I know, because remember, he even, like, tried to stop himself from regenerating, and I think, like you said, the sunlight was metaphorical, meaning that he had accepted it, like, he wanted to be with his wife, technically they weren't married yet, but he wanted to be with his future wife, he just wanted to be with her, he wanted to be happy, he never wanted to do that.
It's like ghosts, when ghosts move on, when they have their finished business. Yes. Their unfinished business finished. Except there was no unfinished business. He was just accepted anyways. Yeah. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
You mean past wife?
Past future wife, because they never got married.
They never got married because of
I thought they did.
They were just engaged. He went to tell his dead dad, and then when he came back, she was gone.
Because they poisoned the water.
Which was like I think that was one of the saddest scenes.
When I saw that, I'd be like, you have all the rights to kill them. I will go join you. I will go back in time and murder them with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll bring a flamethrower.
Well, and I think
the
tragic thing about that is that he could have, like, gone through the rule of law to have those people punished, right? And he could have, like, continued to move on with his life. But he felt that they were the people who had given him a life, so he had nothing to live for.
Because sometimes they were, because they gave him a reason to change, like, to be better, do all this thing, and he was finally happy, had accepted himself and, like, his life, but when they were killed, he lost that. He didn't see another reason, so he went there and he lost his crap.
And I feel like he would have lost that case because there's a law of them, and they could have said, hey, we were all doing this at this time, and they would have all had the others to be like, yeah, we were doing this, we couldn't have done that.
And
he wasn't there.
He's a criminal, right?
Yeah,
so would the law believe him?
Yeah.
And sorry, I interrupted you.
And he was away while that happened, so like, were you there? No. Are you a criminal? I was. Well, I'm not gonna believe you because of past records you've had.
Yeah.
Look at your arms. Oh.
I think that you would like Hell's Paradise. Second season is now streaming.
Yes! Hell's Paradise was so good. Was there anything sketchy? I don't remember. I don't think so.
We'll have to watch it again.
Okay. Elle, did you like this movie?
I loved this movie. It was really good. I would absolutely watch it again. I still think like you said, the Oxa scenes could have been shorter. Like, half the movie was just them fighting Oxa, and I was like, okay. Like, it's an amazing fight scene, it's perfect, but it shortened it.
I think my problem is not necessarily the length of it, because, there was, it's like storytelling, there's ups and downs and such. But usually when you're watching a movie, they intersperse the flashbacks throughout the movie, and so my problem is that they just gave it as one big chunk. They're like, have action scene, action scene, action scene, action scene, and now we're gonna have a reflective slice of life guy who's taking care of this woman who has cancer or whatever she had.
Yeah.
I would have preferred if we had gotten snippets of that out of context, and then the final scene was...
Can you guys imagine if we were watching this week to week, and we just had like 6 weeks in a row of just backstory in the middle of like a huge fight? I'd be so mad.
I would feel like the flow would be ruined.
Yeah, during the, like, halfway through, when we got a glimpse of the fight again, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about
we
this
were in the
completely.
present. We were fighting infinite demons or whatever.
I forgot about the fight completely. I was just thinking of the flashback and all that stuff.
What do you think they were doing during those backstory things? We're just like, I'm gonna need to show them a flashback real quick. You guys just, like, sit here. I'm gonna go through my memories.
I'm pretty sure every bone in Tundra's body was broken at that point, so he was probably just quietly crying in the corner, hoping that the fight would just end.
Yeah.
Common misconception. That's actually when the actors take a break, is while they're filming the flashbacks. So, like, Giyu and Tundra, they all went and they had some snacks at the cast table.
I feel bad for Aka's voice actor then.
I would be so happy to see Rengoku giving snacks and hanging out with, like, the extras and stuff when he wasn't on camera. Catherine, did you like this movie?
I loved this movie. So, I was super, yes.
Did you love it like you love Tekken? Or...
Yes. I was so hyped to go see this movie that I had to get somebody to come watch our dogs so that we could drive 2 hours away from our house to get to a theater that was playing the movie.
Yeah, we were living in the middle of nowhere at the time.
And
so.
not counting when you guys had to came to pick us up and we all went together.
Oh, yeah.
Which was the greatest, because me and Liv cosplayed, which ended up being... Oh, Lord.
It took her a while.
The ending with the puppet was a little strange, though. I thought that kind of came out of nowhere. Clearly, they were just setting up for the next movie.
That's the other time we went to see a movie with them. We're not talking about FNAF right now. We already did that recording. But no, I was hyped as hell. I have this thing when I go see an anime movie, and every anime movie does this. The part at the beginning when they're playing hype music and they're showing you the characters one at a time gets me so excited.
Yes.
And then I just carry that energy through the rest of the movie. I would have preferred to see it as a season of the anime. Studios seem to be doing this now, where they're doing a movie and then they're splitting it up and publishing it as a season of anime.
Yeah.
And why are we doing that?
So they can make infinite money from the box office.
Yeah, but, like, is there a creative reason, or is it just the money?
Well, no, okay,
Because
so...
I assume it gives the staff longer to work on
if we were responsible and we researched and looked into it, my guess is that they get longer times to work on it and they hire more high-quality animation, so it's movie quality.
Yeah, but, like, Chainsaw Man did it. JJK did it. I think there was another recent example, but yeah, that's just what we're doing now. Oh yeah, did My Hero do that?
Not with the season. They've only done the spin-off movies. But yeah, no, I think that this movie was generally well liked, and the action was tight. It was good, you know, like the Giyu versus Akaza apparently is his name. It's Sayaka. It's Sayaka Mizono, high school pop idol. But it was really fast and it was so good. And you're like, holy shit, that guy is punching so hard he could like blow up a building.
Okay. So that was my other question. I mentioned we had 3 fights in this movie. Which fight was the best fight?
I think it's very hard for me to say because they're all awesome. But Butterfly Girl was the most concentrated awesome. The part where she's like, I can't breathe, but I'm going to attack anyway. And the guy's like, oh, I can't even keep up. That's on YouTube, and I watch in preparation for this episode. It's so good.
I find it funny, but at the same time very infuriating, where he's like, ooh, I wonder what this next formula will do. Maybe this next attack kills me.
Doma is the originator of being a troll online.
He is
400 years ago.
Rage Train, first form.
Elle, were you going to say something?
During the fight, I remember near the end, he started actually, like, getting worried, like,
Yeah.
This chick is, she can't breathe and she's doing all this, and that. Oh, crap. Dodge stuff. But that's insane.
I find it funny but at the same time, like, why are you doing that? When he just, like, yoinks her back up when she tries to fall, and he starts crying, and he starts going, like, you're so weak, you're weaker than your sister, but you managed to outlive her. And during that part, I'm like, you're just roasting her.
He's just mean. He says mean things, but he smiles.
While he's crying.
Yeah.
He's like, why are you crying? You're the one who's killing her. Just, like, turn her into a demon, then she'll attack you.
So I fear that Doma and I may be, like, kindred spirits, because
I wonder.
my sister recently had her nickname changed in our group chat by someone to Pobrecita, which is Spanish for poor little thing. And every time she starts complaining, I go, oh, Pobrecita. She gets really mad. So, like, I feel like I also would be like, oh man, you were weaker than everyone, but you tried your best. If I wanted to be mean, which I don't always want to be.
Sometimes you're mean, but not always.
What's going on with your voice? It keeps squeaking like a squeaker toy, or like that one squeak park.
When I get excited, I get squeaky, and then I hurt my throat, and then I can't talk clearly.
I have to learn that in Russian. And I can say, whatever it is in Russian.
Oh, yeah.
Because that...
Okay, one of you two. What was your favorite of the 3 fight scenes?
Either Oxer or Zenitsu. Those 2 were the best ones. No doubt. All 3 of them were amazing. But Zenitsu?
Yep.
He could not master anything past first form. And then he created a 7th form of lightning breathing.
Yeah.
Or thunder breathing. Are you kidding me? And then he got the cool marks? That's awesome.
Imagine how funny it would... I can imagine him, Tangen's wives telling him that he could have named the 7th form after himself. You're like, I could have done that? That would have been the flash stuff ever.
Another thing, he was awake during the whole fight, but I think when he did fall asleep, that's when he kind of, like, snapped.
Oh, maybe.
And now we have entered the Zenitsu is the best character in Demon Slayer arc. So listen to me. Who is the braver man? The man who doesn't want to go to a fight, but goes anyway? Or the man who says, yeah, I feel like this fight needs to be fought? Zenitsu might complain all the time, but he's still there. If he didn't have his, like, narcolepsy issue, he would still probably make an attempt.
Yeah, and he'd be
especially
dead.
now. No, because now in this movie we've seen he can use first form when he's not asleep. He'd said before that he mastered the first form, so he's always been capable like this, but this was the first time that the situation necessitated him being awake because he didn't want to close his eyes to what this person did to his father figure. Zenitsu is the best character. Fight me. Go ahead, Liv.
I will fight you on that. Zenitsu, remember, with the mountain mission, he was nervous that he was going to get hurt down there. So he wants to go find them. That is brave. I will let you know that. And, my brain, I need to go find Edmund. I lost my train of thought. I had this really good reason in my head, and now I was like, ugh.
See, so Zenitsu is brave for going to places and wanting to help even though he can't. But the narrative, not what we're telling ourselves, not the analysis that we're doing, but the narrative itself is like, yeah, he couldn't fight that little spider thing. He was hiding behind like a 4-year-old being like, please save me, 4-year-old. And so, like, listen, he's cool when he locks in. That's why this movie, okay, so there's a joke in A Good Enough Summary of Kingdom Hearts about how Kairi never does something, and she almost does a thing and then it gets ruined. Zenitsu almost does a thing so many times throughout this series. That's why this movie is so good, because he actually finally does an action. He does a shonen battle moment.
But listen, that's called a character arc. So
But he didn't overcome...
It wouldn't be satisfying if he was cool guy fighter McFightyson the whole time. It's only satisfying because he went, okay, now I have to do this.
I remember my reason.
I'm ready.
Remember in, like, season 4, I want to say, when Tanjiro went to the Swordsmith village, it cuts back to a time where Zenitsu's on a mission, and he's trying to leave the mission because he's so scared. He's like, please, I want to go home.
That is an example, but in the end, he still carries through.
But, so...
He had just rage at that point.
I think
Akaza.
I think part of the problem is that Joel feels like it's not a fun character type to watch, which is valid. You cannot like it. But whether or not he's a good character, I think he's an exceptionally well-written character.
Watch One Piece and watch Usopp not want to fight and watch him fake his own defeat so that he doesn't have to get hurt. And then watch him slowly realize, I would lose my pride as a man.
There comes a time when a man must not run from a fight.
Usopp has a character arc because he is making choices. Zenitsu, this is a Zenitsu episode, everyone. Zenitsu doesn't choose to fall asleep. He doesn't choose to do anything. He chooses to hide behind Tanjiro and be like, I'm so scared. And then the hand of God goes, actually, you can fight really well. Don't worry about it. And I dislike that. I want to see Zenitsu lamenting the fact that he doesn't help. I want the first time he falls asleep and he wakes up and he's like, oh, they're all dead. That's cool. And then the next time it happens, he's like, man, Tanjiro's really fighting. I'm not really fighting. But we don't get that. The author had to come down and be like, hey, your grandfather's dead, so now you have to lock in for real. And he goes, I'm going to lock in for real. And there wasn't a gradual thing there. It was just he suddenly decided he was going to lock in.
He's a good boy.
He's a great boy.
I think
He had to avenge his grandpa.
I think
So that's like, and I feel like if he fights other demons, I feel like he's gonna try to like fall asleep again. Because that was like the one demon he needed to lock in with.
That was personal.
Yeah, that was like a personal beef. I would lock in against this kid.
another thing else. It was Gramps for him, which I love, but also Nezuko. I don't know if you remember, but in the Mugen Train arc, when she was about to get struck, he was away for part of it, and then his brain kind of like snapped, and he fought back.
Yeah.
Then he fell.
Well, and
he was asleep.
He helped during the entertainment arc. He stood up to someone who could have easily killed him because he has a good heart.
He does have some moments.
But what I feel is lacking is it doesn't feel like he has any agency in his growth. I feel like the author just flips a switch, and that's what's boring for me.
The difference between analysis and headcanon is evidence, and so for now, this is all headcanon, ultimately. But when you go to a horror movie because your beautiful wife said, Joel, I have to see Markiplier's new movie in theaters on January 29th or I will die. When you do that and you cover your eyes, you still went to the horror movie. You still participated, right? So I don't think that the sleeping thing is as diegetic as we think it is. I think it's more him covering his eyes so that the bravery he already has and the skill he already has can come out.
I think your English teacher would be very happy with that analysis. It's great. I love it. Doesn't change my emotional impact.
It's like, I feel like Zenitsu, it's like, kind of like what you said, like, except I'm gonna word this differently. So, you agree to watch a horror movie, and you say something like, I'm not gonna get scared this time, and then you cover your eyes. You don't have that bravery anymore. You don't have that, like, oh, I'm gonna participate on this mission. And he falls asleep. He doesn't have that bravery anymore.
He didn't fully participate.
He's like falling asleep to escape it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I have two
sometimes
things.
he'll, like, try to, like, sleep.
Yeah,
I have two things on that. One, on the horror movies thing, I did that when it gets gory, but I still love going to that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I don't know, like needles or knives, like that. Like when it penetrates skin, I don't like it. Okay, the second thing about the Zenitsu and the sleep and stuff, he doesn't do it willingly, and I think when he does fall asleep, his brain, who knows, maybe when he got struck by lightning, his brain with sleep and his fight kind of merged, but in the Infinity Castle, I think that's when it started to separate.
I just thought of a genius parallel.
What?
Are you ready, Joel? Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You've got diabetes, but you still try to run long distance.
Right.
And oftentimes, you gotta drink a bunch of Gatorade so that you can keep running. And sometimes you have to stop running, but you keep going back and getting on the treadmill. It's not your fault that you've got diabetes, and even if you don't run the full marathon, it's impressive that you even tried. And that's your agency, is the going out and trying, and that's Zenitsu's agency. Even if he falls asleep, it's not his fault that he's narcoleptic.
Yeah, because
He's just a little bunny.
again, he's not doing it willingly either. Like, he doesn't have a choice in that. But
He falls asleep from fear.
Okay, so hang on. So I'm going to admit that Zenitsu is a good boy. I'm going to say that all of his action scenes are good action scenes. I'm going to agree that he has agency by going to the fights. I am going to revoke every W he's ever had except for against whatever Goku, if that's his name.
Goku.
Yeah, Goku, that's what I said. Because all of the other ones don't count because those weren't Zenitsu. But this one counts because it was Zenitsu. And I think everyone has made their points about Zenitsu.
Maybe I want to yell about Zenitsu for 3 more hours. So, Elle, going back to you, you said that you weren't sure whether the Zenitsu fight or the Akaza fight was better. Do you want to say anything else about, like, why one of those two is your favorite?
okay, for Zenitsu, for
You can
Zenitsu,
just make up names, that's what I do.
ZZ Top.
ZZ Boy.
for Zenitsu, I think that might have been like the bravest and the greatest thing so far in the show that he did, besides Nezuko. Nezuko, him protecting Nezuko and him doing this and him fighting against Kaiju, or whatever his name was, that's the best. But for the Akaza fight, Giyu only got his mark for one thing. Because his back hurts. Man, sir, you are 21. You should not. I have neck pain. He has back pain. You are 21. You shouldn't have back pain. I shouldn't have neck pain. We both have pains we shouldn't have. What if he? And that got you your mark? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What? Because you had back pain, not trauma. Not like he did have trauma, but you didn't get it because of trauma. You didn't get it because of some big explosion or whatever. You got it because your back hurts, sir.
Others, I got my mark from trauma. I got my mark because my back hurt.
I got my mark because somebody asked me my name and I didn't want to give it to him, and then my kohai gave it to him anyway.
I got my mark because when someone told me to enjoy my drink, I said, you too. That's why I got mine. I remember that.
Oh yes, Mr. Giyu was
Mr.
certainly
Giyu,
something in this movie. Giyu is another one where we could go round for round
Yes,
on
he's
is he a
good.
good character or
He's
not.
a great character. I
He's a
just don't
great
like him
character.
being on screen.
What?
He's boring.
Except
He's
like,
absolutely boring. He
I'm not like
is.
your
This man
freshman
cannot
year
crack a single joke. This man has never smiled.
Sassy
He
is
smiled.
funny. It's funny.
I think he
It's
smiled.
funny when he has sass and he says, "It's such a." Imagine having such a simple mind. They call this simple, and then when they ask him about it, he says nothing, and then tries to leave and thinks I'm like the rest of you, Hashira.
Yeah.
Bro said that to a group of almost all of them orphans.
Giyu is having a hot girl summer and nobody else is invited.
Yes, he is. And Mitsuri will absolutely.
Mitchell's gonna do his nails. He's gonna be beautiful.
I'll do his
He's
makeup.
gonna-
I'll go back to my
I'm gonna
numbers.
braid his hair.
There you go. Okay.
You're gonna break his hair. Just take it and snap it.
I said I'm gonna braid his hair.
Comment
Are you
on the
deaf
hair.
along with diabetes?
Okay.
Comment along the hair. How much hair gel do you think he
That's just his hair.
That doesn't move. It spikes. So if we
Bakugo.
braid his hair, you're gonna
Bakugo.
take it out and it's gonna be stuck that way. You're gonna have
Yeah.
to cut the hair tie and physically break the spikes in it.
Bakugo also uses hair gel. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
What about
No
Tengen?
doubt.
What about Tengen when he uses it to like pull his hair back
No,
in that bun? Because remember when he was fighting Gyutar and Daki, only like a strand came loose,
think
and the
he
rest
uses
that was tight.
He might use water and then just tie it
Water.
so tight that
Water
it pulls the
breathing.
hair follicles out of his scalp.
Wind breathing. First form, inhale. Second form, exhale. Third form, CPR.
Oh dear.
Dear, I'm a human.
Are you sure about that?
No.
Because the marks on your face
Shika nuka nuka
are kinda-
nuka ghost tan tan.
Shika noka 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 gosh tan tan. This is not a My Dear Friend Shikunoko Noko Go Shantan episode. Somebody want to ask me what I thought was the coolest fight?
Hey, which of the 3 fights did you think was the coolest?
You know, I'm going to shock you here and not say the Zenitsu fight. I loved Shinobu's fight with Doma.
Yes.
It is very rare in shonen for the women to not only get their own fight, but for it to not be against another female character.
Yeah.
And despite her limitations, I don't feel like they didn't focus too hard on she's never going to be able to do it. They focused on I'm going to keep trying and I'm going to do this thing and this thing. And it really highlighted her strengths in her speed and her ability to think on her feet, even though she's tiny. So those things that she had to build up on.
She's tiny. She's tiny.
And now she's getting absorbed.
The only chance you have of surviving Shinobu is an EpiPen and what's the stuff?
Prey.
Wisteria?
No. Like you take
Heroin.
something. Heroin.
Look at her.
What's that stuff you have with an EpiPen?
Epinephrine?
No. I mean, some people take medicine.
Benadryl.
Benadryl. The only thing you have to survive is Benadryl and EpiPen. That's your one chance of survival.
Here's something you can try at home, kids. Joel can bleep all that out. Don't try that at home. I'm sorry, Joel is really making a face here.
I don't understand the jokes that we're making right now.
Okay, comment on
Ibuprofen.
the tiny comment.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tiny.
She's 4'11". Doma is 6'2".
I was taller than her. 10.
And then, oh my gosh.
I was hoping somebody would be on this podcast and able to tell me how tall the characters were.
Oh, I can do that. I can tell you some of their heights. Hello.
Welcome back from the intermission. But yeah, no, I really thought that fight was fantastic. The music was good. The attacks were good. I do this thing, you know about the thing. When I'm in theaters and I get excited where I lean forward and I start kicking my feet. That was a very feet-kicky fight.
Yes, absolutely.
That said, the Zenitsu fight had the best moment of the whole movie.
It absolutely did, yeah.
The thing about the Akaza fight was there wasn't anything at stake beyond winning. It wasn't, they had contrasting ideals and they were trying to move past their differences.
Well, that's not exactly true because he thought that he hated weak people and Tanjiro was like, you should have compassion for weak people.
Everybody's weak when they're babies. We all need help sometimes. I wonder if that's a message that some people in this modern society need. But yeah, I guess so. It didn't hit the same way.
I agree.
Zenitsu's fight, I guess both Zenitsu and girl, Shinobu, both of them were about revenge.
Yeah.
They were.
And Tanjiro's didn't have the personal stakes.
Rengoku. That's the man who killed.
He knew Rengoku for 2 fucking minutes.
That was his best friend in the whole world.
Okay, but you saw when
forget about this code.
when Akaza crashed in, he lost his shit.
Yeah.
And he
Yes.
Question.
Answer.
If each of us was a Demon Slayer character, what Demon Slayer character would you think you would be? What Demon Slayer character do you think Elle would be? You first.
What Demon Slayer character would Elle be? Probably Nezuko. Because she's adorable and nice and wants to take care of all the babies.
She's not very nice to me.
Well, you're not a baby.
Not everyone is nice to everyone.
and
I feel
I can add to
I
that.
protect you.
You crashed into her singing "Let It Grow" while holding a broom and walking on your tiptoes.
Here's the thing. Nezuko hates demons and is unkind to them, so Elle has to be unkind to you.
I think she would be now because she can't make any fucking decisions.
Damn, girl.
Wow.
Your turn. What do you think she would be?
I'm a caregiver for babies. I don't know.
You only care. Well, Kanao cares about patients. What do you know?
Pass.
Your turn. Okay, what do you think Cat would be?
Cross between Inosuke and Tengen.
King of the mountain, baby.
Okay. I have been forced against my will to learn the name Mitsuri, so you can have your Mitsuri moments. Mitsuri, and you're also a little bit Inosuke. Absolutely.
Mitsuri is my second favorite Hashira, so I will take that.
And so I'd say Inosuke and Rengoku.
Okay.
What is Rengoku about me? I'm curious now.
You are the most likely to shout "umai" after you eat food.
You do that sometimes. You'll just randomly do a "umai,"
I do, yeah.
and
I'll
you
do
are
a little
literally wearing those colors right now.
one of these days we gotta go into a restaurant and after we finish, if food is really good, we all just gotta scream "Umai!"
At the same time.
As loud as
Absolutely.
possible.
There's one restaurant where they know us, and I would feel much more comfortable telling them their food is umai than strangers.
You gotta do that then.
What do you if Joel was the character, who do you think he would be?
Tengen, because he's the most handsomest Joel in the world.
Gyu.
That's incredible.
Gyu.
Gyu or Angry Ted?
No,
Big Angry Ted is his name.
Here's the thing: Angry Ted is more willing to throw down, whereas
Angry Ted
Gyu
again?
is just sad.
Okay.
Sodomy.
Okay.
So I do think you have more of the Gyu vibes. Like,
Okay, I can see
why
that.
are there shenanigans happening? I just want to be left alone to watch my anime.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
And then you're like Tanjiro, who goes, Joel! Joel! I can see you from the window, Joel!
No, you gotta do the voice. Joel!
Watch out!
Joel, I see you from the window!
Your turn. What do you think he would be? Who do you think he would be?
Yeah, I agree.
embarrassed.
Gyu and Sodomy.
Okay.
Hear me out, Genya, because he's mad.
Genya's pretty mad.
He needs to Tanjiro. first.
Genya, lost his shit on a little girl because he couldn't find his damn sword.
Give me the color
You
change.
know who that is? That's your mom.
Yes!
She would use the
American
guns.
breathing.
American.
That's what that.
Liberty breathing.
Liberty breathing,
That's
first
what
form.
people call
Trauma breathing. First form. Nezuko.
Oh no. Alright, L. Who is Livy? And we have a whole range of characters
Doma.
to choose from.
Yeah,
here.
absolutely Doma.
The rage
Doma.
babyist. Yeah. You know who would love your dead dad jokes?
Doma.
He'd be like, oh, you've got trauma, but you're making the best of it. I'm so proud of you.
He would turn you into a demon, and you guys have so much
We
fun.
would just like be besties, and then I would just like troll people as Cole. I'd be like, "Well, see magic, bam, you're dead now."
That would be a
Say
bad
hi to my father.
I did have one more
Yeah.
discussion question. What was your guys' least favorite thing from the movie?
That we barely saw any Muichiro and Gyome. Like, we barely
We
saw
didn't see
that.
any Inosuke in that.
We didn't see, there's a lot of characters
That's
who
fair.
didn't get screen time, and that is unfortunate. And I almost think that showing them occasionally was more detrimental. Like, you can just imply that they're doing something off in the distance.
I need to know what Inosuke's doing, because the only thing we saw of him was him putting it on his forehead and just like jumping.
He was
Yeah.
just
Is he like still
eating people.
falling?
He was just messing them up.
He would just like, I feel like he would like try to like spar demons. He'd be like, "Hey, you lose."
I feel like when he fell in, that was the best time of his life. He was like, hell yeah! Put his forehead on.
I desperately want the Infinity Castle to be real, but like a theme park. Like, I want to be able to run and parkour through this thing where the floor and the wall are constantly switching.
Whereas, if you do that in reality, you are
die.
You are seen as weird or mentally insane.
I think that's called being in the car and you see that like little guy in your head. You just make a do parkour.
Yes.
Oh, the
And-
little guy running along the car.
Yes, and technically, so you know how Zenitsu has like amazing hearing?
Yeah.
That means he could hear Shinobu dying.
Maybe.
That means
No,
he
he
could,
could hear all of it.
yeah, he could hear it. He could hear, "Rotten hell, you bastard!"
Wow.
Yeah.
Sad.
It's like you're what is going on?
Piggybacking off of that, the not enough screen time for all of our beloved characters,
Yes.
Nezuko was very much not appearing in this film.
Well, to be fair,
And-
she wasn't doing anything. She was like trying to fight it.
Well, yeah, like she
She
didn't
had more time than Inosuke.
she didn't need to be in the film necessarily, but like it
What
was
was-
weird that I don't remember that being established before they fell into the Infinity Castle.
Yeah.
What
that
being
made-
established?
That Nezuko was like having a medical issue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's specifically with the old Tengu man for a specific reason.
Well, that's my fault for not remembering. But then also just don't show her, right?
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, right? So, here's the thing. Zenitsu, or Inosuke, didn't get any screen time, but we know he's in the Infinity Castle. Genyu, if that's apparently
Genya.
Gunboy's name.
Genya.
Captain Genya, got it.
Captain
and
Gunboy.
and Mitsuri, gosh, you made me learn a name. But like, we know they're in the Infinity Castle, so they could have a scene in the next movie or the
Yes.
next whatever. Nezuko is not in the Infinity Castle, so she could literally just have no impact on the rest of the story.
Yeah. You know how everything I know about Dragon Ball and subsequent series I've learned against my will?
Yes.
Welcome
Yeah,
to that
absolutely. This is how it
experience.
works.
The other thing that really frustrated me about this movie was the invisible world bullshit. Like, you're gonna throw that on us in a movie?
Oh, the transparent world, you mean?
Yeah, whatever.
And I know that every anime movie is like, here's the movie-only power-up that they'll never use in the show, but the movie is the show now.
Yeah, that's going to be his power when he fights Muzan.
I know, but there should have been foreshadowing.
Yeah.
We went from no hint that this was a thing to, by the way, my dad taught me how to kill bears, and now I can fight really strong guys.
My dad killed a bear in front of me. It was very instructive.
Okay. I think I disagree. I beg to differ with that because there was some subtle hinting that like that would be a big part. Because do you remember when, like way back in season 1, when he found out about the line, the point where he could, if he focused on it, he could see where things. So I feel like that plays into it. But as it got, because you can see it got stronger and stronger, he could find more. And I think in the movie, when he saw the entire thing, that's when his ability to do that was like going up, and it was getting better, and it like shows. Like,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
there was some foreshadowing, just subtle and not as often as one would.
As you
think.
get in other shows and everything, yeah.
Did you want to say something, Liv?
I don't know if I'll be allowed to say it, and I don't know if they're going to say it in the movie, but if they do, it's going to be a spoiler.
Okay, so it hasn't happened in the story yet.
It does happen in the Demon Slayer.
Has it
renders
happened
in, my
in
book.
the movies that has been
No.
released in America?
Okay, then we'll hold on to it, because we don't want to spoil past what has come out for our anime-only
I'm going to
viewers at
say
home.
this after all the movies have come out. If they don't say it,
Okay, absolutely.
Yes, do that.
I'm gonna write it down later.
Canonically, it's that Tanjiro has a birthmark on his left butt cheek. And, like, that might be how they defeat Muzan. Muzan might get temporarily distracted as he's being mooned by...
Why is he being mooned? Why is he looking at...
Why do you think they were called the Upper Moons?
That's how Gyutaro got his rank.
Yeah.
That's how Gyutaro got the rank.
And that has been your do final thought. Outro goes here. Thanks for listening, everyone. And remember to grab those demon swords and then use them to cut some people. Cut some demons, specifically.
Yeah, don't be cutting people.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh crap,
Liv
she's
is
getting her
running
sword.
away.
Yes.
Look what you did.
She's watching us ominously from the stairs.
Okay, the JoJo Mura or whatever it is coming up.
Well, friends, all journeys must end. And now today's journey has finished and we must bid you goodbye. We hope you have a good day, we hope you were kind to those around you, and we'll see you again. If you want to contact the show, you can do so at kingofthewhatpod@gmail.com. You can leave a comment on our YouTube channel or rate us on your podcatcher of choice.